In the quaint village of Evergreen Hollow, nestled amidst towering pines and winding streams, lived a curious girl named Lily. She had always been drawn to the mysteries of the old world, and so it was no surprise when she stumbled upon a hidden trapdoor in the corner of her family's basement. Intrigued, Lily lifted the trapdoor and descended into the darkness below. As she explored the dusty depths of the basement, her eyes fell upon a weathered wooden box tucked away in a forgotten corner. With trembling hands, Lily reached out and lifted the lid of the box, revealing a sight that would haunt her nightmares for years to come. Inside were 20 grotesque creatures, their twisted forms contorted in agony as they clawed at the air with gnarled fingers. Terrified, Lily stumbled back, her heart pounding in her chest. But it was too late. The creatures had been unleashed, their hunger for chaos and destruction awakened after 5 centuries of imprisonment. With a blood-curdling roar, the creatures burst forth from the box, their eyes blazing with malice as they spread out into the village, leaving a trail of terror and destruction in their wake. As the sun set over Evergreen Hollow, the village descended into chaos. The creatures, unleashed from their ancient prison, spread like a plague throughout the streets, their twisted forms striking fear into the hearts of the villagers. Houses were torn apart, their occupants dragged screaming into the night. Fields were trampled underfoot, crops destroyed in the creatures' relentless pursuit of prey. And everywhere they went, they left behind a trail of death and destruction, their dark presence casting a shadow over the once peaceful village. Terrified and helpless, the villagers cowered in their homes, praying for salvation from the horrors that stalked them in the night. But there was no escape from the creatures' relentless onslaught, their hunger driving them ever onward in their quest for blood. In the midst of the chaos, a group of brave souls emerged, determined to put an end to the creatures' reign of terror. Led by Lily, they set out into the night, their hearts filled with courage and determination as they faced down the twisted creatures that lurked in the darkness. But the creatures were relentless, their numbers seemingly endless as they swarmed over the villagers like a tide of darkness. For every creature they struck down, 2 more seemed to take its place, their hunger driving them ever onward in their quest for blood. Desperate for help, the villagers turned to the only person they thought could save them, a holy man who lived in a dark village on the outskirts of Evergreen Hollow. But reaching the holy man would not be easy, for his village was shrouded in mystery and danger, its paths treacherous, and its inhabitants wary of outsiders. Undeterred, Lily and her companions set out on their perilous journey, their hearts filled with hope and determination as they ventured into the unknown. The path was fraught with danger, with every step bringing them closer to the heart of darkness that lay ahead. As they journeyed deeper into the dark village, they encountered strange and twisted creatures that lurked in the shadows, their eyes glowing with malice as they watched the intruders with suspicion. But Lily and her companions pressed on, their resolve unshaken as they faced down every obstacle in their path. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, they reached the heart of the dark village, where the holy man awaited them in his candlelit hut. He listened gravely as they told him of the creatures that had been unleashed upon Evergreen Hollow, his eyes dark with foreboding. "I have seen such creatures before," he murmured, his voice low and rasping. "They are beings of darkness, imprisoned long ago by those who feared their power. But now they have been set free, and only I can stop them." With a solemn nod, the holy man rose from his seat, his cloak swirling around him like a shadow. "Gather the villagers," he commanded. "We must confront these creatures before they destroy us all." Armed with holy symbols and ancient incantations, the holy man led the villagers into battle against the monsters that had infested their once peaceful village. They fought bravely, their hearts filled with courage and determination as they faced down the twisted creatures that lurked in the darkness. But the monsters were relentless, their numbers seemingly endless as they swarmed over the villagers like a tide of darkness. For every creature they struck down, 2 more seemed to take its place, their hunger driving them ever onward in their quest for blood. As the battle raged on, the holy man realized that their efforts were in vain. The creatures were too powerful, too numerous to be defeated by mortal means alone. They needed something more, something ancient and powerful enough to banish them back to the depths from whence they came. With a heavy heart, the holy man retreated to his hut, where he delved into the depths of his knowledge, searching for a way to stop the monsters once and for all. And there, hidden amidst the dusty tomes and faded scrolls, he found what he was looking for, a spell of binding, passed down through generations of holy men and women, its power capable of imprisoning even the darkest of creatures. With newfound hope, the holy man returned to the battlefield, his voice ringing out with the words of the ancient incantation. As he spoke, the air shimmered and crackled with energy, forming a barrier of light that surrounded the monsters and trapped them within its confines. But the creatures fought back, their twisted forms writhing and contorting as they struggled against the holy man's power. With a roar of defiance, they unleashed a wave of darkness that threatened to overwhelm the holy man and his allies. But the holy man stood firm, his faith unwavering as he continued to chant the words of the spell. And slowly, inexorably, the creatures began to weaken, their dark forms fading away into nothingness as the light of the spell consumed them. With a final triumphant cry, the holy man completed the incantation, sealing the creatures within the box from whence they came. And as the last echoes of the spell faded away, the villagers breathed a sigh of relief, knowing that their village was safe once more. But the holy man knew that their struggle was far from over. For as long as there were beings of darkness in the world, there would always be those who sought to unleash their power upon the innocent. And it would be up to him, and others like him, to stand against them and protect those who could not protect themselves.